Alright, so we are live. Knife round. It's going to be Cash as our deciding map. And oh boy, what a series it has been. eLevate taking the overtime victory. And now we've got Cash on our hands after Dust 2 goes the way of CLG. And the knife round here looks like it's going to be eLevate once again. They practice those knife rounds. They make it work when it matters.
Somebody's got to look at their demos and figure out what they're doing here on these knife rounds.
Yeah, I've always thought that. I don't think they know because CLG picked CT side on Dust, so they didn't pick up Dust 2, but that's the one that we're just like, oh, they could like just do crazy jump plays and stuff. It's not a big deal. Cash a little bit different. You want to start off on that CT side, and I think you were saying earlier it's going to come down to the CT side here. So eLevate, they get that test first as it's about to launch into the pistol round.
Yeah, I think whatever team plays the CT side better here is going to win this match because I've seen both terrorist sides do really great things. But look at this, eLevate pushing into the A main, but Rush gets taken down immediately. Rush is one of their better initiating players. Oh my god, and eLevate is falling one player at each bomb site so far. And now the terrorist side rotates back. There's still one player in B though. Oh, that's Roka. He could end this right now for eLevate if he just gets one more player, but no. He goes down as well, and now eLevate, just two players remaining, XP3 and eLevate as the bomb goes down inside of B. Roka, if he got one more and stopped that bomb plant, would have been much better for eLevate. And let's see here, eLevate is coming through the CT. It's going to be up to XP3 to hold down upper. He's got a lot more work to do. Oh no, eLevate goes down, and eLevate loses the pistol round. Great job by CLG, and eLevate really lost that round when Rush didn't get the initial frag.
Yeah, oh so important there, and it's a great pistol round pickup. CLG off of a map victory, now picking up pistol, continuing on that momentum, especially on that on this T side. It's going to be oh so important, so now they're going to be buying up Hazed with the MAC-10. And I remember we had some conversations about this kind of play. Not exactly the biggest fans here, but we've seen some players make it work. Hazed makes it look easy, takes down eLevate. And I think last time we were talking about this, it was Davey, and he got like some long-distance headshots with it. I don't understand it all, but these players seem to be able to make it work.
Accurate. Running
exactly. Got one. That's all you need, right? So it is going to be bit of an A-main play, and they've got a couple people posted up for the T's Tark now dropping down. Will be in mid. He's going to take control there, but the rest of the players, you do see the number 7, that's going to be FNS, kind of setting up as he's going to be smoking down towards truck side. Actually, no, taking out balcony. Cutler taking down 2. It's going to be up to Roka and Storm on the rotate. Storm now playing from car, gets a nice headshot onto Hazed here. PTR is going to be able to take down Roka, though Tark with the final frag. And that's going to be a decent anti-eco. Hazed only had a MAC-10, so not a big deal that he went down there, but yeah, it's going to be a good round here, a good anti-eco from the T side.
Yeah, nicely done by CLG. And one more round to deal with. Not too much investment on the CT side here. You see CLG a lot more by a lot on these eco rounds. More than I'd say necessary sometimes, but let's see what they got here on this anti-eco. Last one was very clean. And now boosting on top of mid. On the CLG's T side, we see so much of this mid play. It's been so effective for them, even against top European teams. So look for a lot of that on CLG's terrorist side. And slowly making their way up mid, getting mid presence. XP3 now has made his way to mid himself, though. So has been exposed, but still not enough weaponry on the CT side to make a stand. As there's only 3 remaining here from eLevate. No real difficulty from CLG here, but one does fall. It seems they always get one at this truck area. FNS, here he comes from the side, gets both of them. Only one round, or one guy drops for the terrorist side. And let's see what eLevate has here on this gun round.
Yeah, rifle round, this is where they need to make it count, as they're going to be able to equip. We even see XP3 is able to pick up an AWP. XP3 and AWP. See what I did there, as no head armor. Yeah, no head armor on 4 of them, but not a huge deal, as only Galil on the field is FNS, so he can kind of pretend it's a bit of an AK. That one-hit headshot, but Storm goes down immediately. Storm tries to get control of mid, but Cutler not letting it happen, and that's just such a huge win from the T's if they can take that control, now dropping it to Checker. Now Roka, last one alive on B site, goes down. after only getting one. So a 4v3 here. That mid play just broke that round wide open. Cutler making that happen, and now Peter getting a key frag as Rush tried to flank through mid. We do see it's going to be XP3 and eLevate just forced to save on this first rifle round. Not the way they wanted that to go at all.
Yeah, not at all. It seems CLG found both of the key frags that round. One being the first frag out middle by Cutler, just catching Storm off guard, and the second with the op on the flank, really just shut down any retake attempt from eLevate. And now, after losing the first gun round, I mean, probably going to buy up some 5.7s here and go for some sort of cheeky play. But already at a massive deficit here on map 3 is eLevate. And looking at the money, XP3 did make away with an AWP. So, and it looks like one of their members is buying out as well. So yeah, they're going to force here. And this is a definitive round. If eLevate can win this, going to be looking at a 1-4, but if they aren't 5-0 down and having to save, it's going to be really difficult for them. So how big of a difference can XP make with this saved op, as Roka only has a deagle as well, and now we see the boost coming in from CLG as well. Really, one of their major strengths in my eyes is how well they work this boost and then take control of middle and split into A or B. Kind of working it like Dust 2 in a way, but oh man, Peter takes down XP3, Hayes onto Roka as well. Things are just falling apart right now for eLevate.
Yeah, eLevate still boosted up, but Rush, he's going to go down from highway. eLevate gets one under Tark, but they know his location now. Finesse gets the frag running through the smoke, and that's the one that eLevate, he really needed that to stay in the round, and goes down 5-0. CLG is not playing around in this last map here. They're not going to let eLevate have that kind of space to come back like they did on Nuke. This is a completely different ballgame. 5-0, and we're on round number 6. Will be a force buy once again. eLevate trying to take their first CT round, but Storm will be able to take initial control of mid, so that's great for them. Now inside of vents here, but 4 of the T players are creeping up towards B. Again, Storm inside of the vents. He's going to be able to help out, but it's not going to work out as Hayes takes down Roka. Storm goes down, and this is just not the way they want to defend at all. All the frags going for the T's. Rush putting some good damage onto Peter, finally gets him as he takes an op shot to the chest and gets dropped to 66. I don't even know how that happened, but it's going to be 4-2, as it's going to be another forced save here. No kit at all, no dream alive. It's going to be 6-0 for CLG.
Yeah, it's getting to the point now for eLevate where if they don't start winning rounds and pretty much win out, that they won't be able to redeem themselves no matter how well they play on the terrorist side. Because you got to figure CLG is going to be able to get at minimum 5 rounds on the terrorist side. Even if they lose pistol, perhaps that's a little brazen, but these terrorist side, or eLevate's terrorist side, I should say, is really strong. Man, so many eLevate members die at the end, and their money is just crippled again.
Yeah, and that would have been huge, saving that op and the rifle, but just pinched. Didn't work out.
And they can't force 3 rounds in a row, right? They got to save at some point. And at that point, they could have, based upon the money they were making. And if you're at that point as the CTs where the round loss bonus is at the point where you can almost buy every round, it's not a good look, down 6-0 like that. So a bunch of 5-7s across the board. You might as well buy something. You're going to be able to full buy next round. And for eLevate, I don't like how they're playing pretty standard right now. They're not going for any aggressions, like team synchronized. They only have 3 players stacked to B who aren't going in, and it's the A bomb site that's about to be taken.
And they will get 1 frag onto Hazed here, but like you said, A bomb site is going to be the one contested. Rush behind the smoke towards Quad. Gets sprayed down to 4 HP. But still left alive down there. Cutler actually... Oh, Cutler... Okay, does find him, but jumps over his head and had no idea that he was still alive there. But Tark takes down Storm. It's going to be Roka left with XP3. Roka is going to be able to make 2 frags happen here. AK-47 in hand. And he will opt to save as it's a 1v3. Maybe he's not. He's going to peek out mid. Cutler's going to be here really close. And with the knife out, that's not going to work out. So Roka will live to maybe see another terrorist here, as we're going to see Peter just spamming his P250, hoping to get a frag. Actually, he was very close to connecting with Roka. But he's going to be falling back to back of B site. But still some time left on the clock. We'll see if Peter can hunt this down, as he is very close. Pokes out. That's an easy frag as very little HP on Roka. AK-47 gets dropped, and good round again for CLG, 7-0. This is bleak, to say the least. They've yet to put a single round on the board. We've got 2 players on the CT side with a single frag.
Yeah, foot on the throat. Peter at the end there, and really no quarter given by CLG at all for any chance of comeback. You're not...
We lost you, Laser. We lost you, bro.
Am I back? Am I back?
You're back. You're back.
Am I back? Wow, I was talking to myself for like 5 seconds there. But, man, looks like CLG is having a good chance this round, though, as everybody gets dropped coming into B, down to a 2 versus 3. Roka and Rush both going to end it at Storm. That gets 1. But, man, as what I was trying to say was eLevate needed to win this round, so they got it.
They got it. 1-7, though. Not exactly the spot you want to be in. So they've got a little bit of money, surprisingly, left in the bank. 4K around on 2 of the players, being that they had a lot of loss bonus, and yeah, they had a lot of loss bonus. So it's going to be 1-7, but definitely if they lose this round, it's going to be a very terrible situation for them.
Yeah, that's it, man.
That's pretty much, it's half, definitely, if not match, as 7. We've seen teams get 5 on the T side come back on CT on this map. It's not unheard of, so we're going to see a nice cute boost by Peter up on the head of Finesse at White Truck there, just peeking over mid, trying to make something happen, but no picks for either side as of yet. See Elige playing right at Highway, but Hazed will connect onto Roka. Storm onto Hazed. The trade is there, but a 4v4 will always favor the T side as still spread out around the map. 1 minute left on the clock. They've got the bomb down near Peter. Let's see what they decide to do here.
Yeah, trying to develop around the A bomb site. Still, we got XP3 posted up inside of A, though, so A bomb site definitely the weaker. When do they decide to execute, though? Peter, if the CT player peeks him from quad, this could be a good round, but Peter's smoked out. So it's going to be up to XP3 here from the quad area, if he's going to end this or not. eLevate needs the big hold right now. Elige and XP3 both get 1 apiece. XP3 is being tested right now. Parasite has minimum time to work with. Oh, XP3 gets another one. Finally drops to Peter, but Peter is really strapped for time. He does take down 1. Rush is going to get the trade real fast. 2 rounds in a row for eLevate, but still, Terracide is going to be able to buy. But eLevate right now, in my eyes, needs to win out if they want to have a chance to win this.
Yeah, 8-7 is going to be the score line they're looking for here, as they technically can still win the half if they do win out, but leaving yourself no room for errors when you've lost 7-0 is kind of an unrealistic expectation. But that's definitely the mentality you need. Obviously unrealistic from our perspective, maybe, but from theirs, they need to be fully confident in themselves. They need to make sure that their heads are in their game. They need to be winning out. And they're starting to make it happen. Exactly. So, as of now, just playing very, very slow is the T side. So waiting for picks. They've got the map completely, at least their side of the map, under control. No flanks, no crazy business from the CTs will be allowed. And right now, just a minute left on the clock. Still the bomb near mid-warehouse. We see now XP3 a little bit curious as to what's going on. Actually rotates out of the B site to play back mid. Elige playing with him here. He's going to try and spray through the smoke. Actually lands a little bit of damage onto FNS as flashes come out. But it does look like it is inevitably going to be another A side play. Rush going to be the point man at quad.
And it's going to be up to that member at quad again to come up big. Last time this didn't work out for the terrorist side. They're going to test him again, but it's Elige. Very similar situation to last round. Elige is going to be the support player coming in, and he's already gotten 1, and there's already 2 players inside of a bomb site, but Tarek does take down Storm. Trades being exchanged, but it looks like CLG is going to be able to hold this bomb site. Peter goes for the fake plant, down to a 2 versus 3, but his teammate is so far away from him. Hayes needs to get in the mix right now, but they both fall simultaneously, and that is another one in eLevate's way. But man, dropping 7 in a row already, no matter how well they play this side, they've already lost the half.
Yeah, it's a rough situation, that's for sure. And actually, FNS had a really good opportunity to work mid, as there was a lot of smokes there, but uncharacteristically didn't actually check sandbags as he was moving up to top of mid. So a little bit of misplay by him there. Elige taking that opportunity, but I have to sneeze, so you have to continue here.
Oh, enjoy it. One of the finest parts of life is the sneeze.
Oh, it was glorious. Yeah,
Oh,
the worst
man.
is when it like doesn't actually happen and you think it's going to. Oh, those are just painful.
Right? It's
midway
like
through.
we almost got to see that Roka clutch in the end, but then HLTV just decided, no, you're not going to see anything.
A very similar situation, no doubt.
Alright, so let's get back into this round. We might even see a Terracide save after winning 7 in a row if eLevate can once again hold this bomb site. At this point, are the Terracide being stubborn that they want to keep pressing? It's worked out the last 3 times for eLevate. Let's see if they can do it again, but this time it's a fake. eLevate, are they biting? Yes, they are. One member already in the CT side. It's Tarek. He's going to take down XP3, and this is going to allow a straight B take for his other players. But the B site players aren't even rotating. At this point, was it even worth it to rotate, or is it a save? And now, finally, the B take is underway, and everybody dies for the CT side. And Rush is the last man to try to attempt this 1 versus 3. Coming from the vents. Gonna make his way in, immediately taken out by Peter with a clever spot, and that's another round for CLG, and the CTs still haven't garnered enough money to be able to buy after losing a round.
Yeah, and I really like that play from CLG there. They decide to, because like you were saying, they had thrown everything at A couple times there. It didn't really work out. So, hey, let's just make them think that, oh, they're going for another A-take, they're going for another A-take, but in reality, and that fake, you can't sell a fake better than when you get a frags. So, we're going to see some reaction here, though, as both teams opting to just duke it out at mid. They decide to a truce for this round. Let's just go head-to-head, and Tarek will end up cleaning up with 3 frags. CT's just going balls to the wall. And they're going to get dropped for it. But, yeah, that B-take was great. And as I was saying, 1 frag sells a fake, 2, it's beautiful. You've almost taken the site. You saw that they still had 1 left, but that's a sick situation to be in.
They were still questioning whether to rotate or not. And that last previous round, going Braveheart is both teams just charging the middle. And it goes in favor of CLG in the end, and really the CT's positioning is better, so it must have been the flashbangs that did it for the CLG side, or just out-fragging them, who knows.
I think it was pistols on the field still for CTs. I believe. Really? Yeah, that was...
so they had the double save at this point?
Yeah, yeah. I believe that they... Actually, I think they had some equipment there, but it wasn't a full buy. Man, I'm so confused. Anyhow.
All right. They must have bought last round. There's no... unless they forced, I don't know. But, man, eLevate really thrown their chances away at this point. Already down 9-3, and the A site is being breached. Pretty much without question here. The CT side's pistols not showing up, at least this round. Still only 2 up, and at this point, I mean, just try to take some guns into the next round. Economy game is no longer a factor, really, as the Terra side is going to take this round. So the remaining 2, they are going to be able to buy. So Roka, without a kit, I mean, can't go for any crazy side or crazy ninja diffuses or anything. And it doesn't look like the terrorists are going to allow him to take a gun with him. Wow, 2 1Ds. Are you kidding me? He's going to look for the 3rd. Cutler ends that, but big showing by Roka in the end.
Wow. What shots from Roka, regardless of the result of the round. He comes out, and usually you can see 2 1Ds kind of close in succession, but not usually when they're at 2 completely different angles like that. Like, usually you'll see 2 guys running around the corner, and he gets 1, lets the recoil settle, gets a 2nd, but that was
talked
a sick
about his deagle in match 1, man.
It was beautiful, it was beautiful. So, here we are. It's going to be round 14, 3 on the board for eLevate, looking really bleak as CLG is storming their way through, playing lights out on this T side, and it's going to be the first frag, at least, for the CTs here. I was trying to figure out exactly where it happened. Rush through the door, through Squeaky. Yeah. Those are always some interesting shots, as always one person at least is surprised when that goes down.
Yeah, it's one of those angles where you have to put yourself in danger and complete awareness of your position to go for it, so you can easily get counter-sprayed right back through it. So really the guessing game, and the fact that some players are so good at it is just really intriguing. Like, people can be better at guessing at that position than others. But let's get back into this round again. CLG really liking their A-take, and it's been the rounds that eLevate have won, but again they've lost some on it, so the CLG, why not go for it again? But this time eLevate is going to be the ones getting both of the players upon initial entry. Finally, Cutler gets one. Not enough to do any damage to eLevate, but even if eLevate went out from here, it's only 5-10, so very desperate position now for eLevate.
Yeah, and there's no lack of weaponry, or it doesn't look like it's going to be on that T side. They will be able to drop an op on a PTR. They're just going to rename that weapon. I gotta go drop a Peter. I'll be right back. Oh, I had to do that. I'm sorry. All right, so Peter with the op. Let's see where he takes it, as it does look like 3 of the T's heading towards this B site. Storm and Roka, again, that duo holding the B site. XP3 on the quick rotate. He's going to get some comms. And is heading up towards the heaven position, flashing in as well. This is a complete B-side play as all the terrorists have grouped up in this location. Again, Storm and Roka have their work cut out for him, but here we go. The first player in. It's going to be Hayes with a deagle. Roka getting 2 quick off the bat here, and now a 3v5. XP3 takes down Peter through the wall, actually, as probably spotted a shoulder. XP3 with another. And this looks like to be the 5th round, the final round of the half here, unless Tarek can go massive in a 1v5, but he's going to get 1.
Boy.
Almost gets the second, but Lige puts an end to it. 5-10 the score line. We've seen that opposite before, and the T's switching to CT coming back, but 5 on CT, that is a rough spot for eLevate to look.
Yeah, I am really worried for them right now. You know, I was bragging up their T side and everything. I was bragging up both T sides, and CT, or CLG's, has definitely shown up. But now I'm really doubting if eLevate can put up the same numbers that CLG did. It's really, I mean, 10 rounds, that's so much to come back from. But let's see, they need to start with the pistol round. And can maybe get them the next 2. But here comes the A split. Both members at quad box for the CTs. Oh, already 1 at door 1 coming out the main entrance. This is looking good for eLevate right now. Oh my god, 2 unanswered frags, and that's a good site take from eLevate. Taking no losses. Only Roka dwindled down to 4 HP. He goes down before he takes 1 with him. Elige with another, and suddenly it's a 1 versus 4 with Cutler. And this is not looking good for the CT side. To take this 1 versus 4, you're going to have to hit nothing but headshots at this point. And eLevate going to take their first round necessary, but CLG is one of those teams that is capable of buying the scouts and just going for it. So not out of the woodwork just yet.
Yeah, but definitely a good start for them. Coming back with the pistol round,
and they're going to buy out.
That was a must-win, and yeah, here we go. We're going to see rifles on the board for the T's. They're not playing around, but same thing on the CTs. We've got armor on all the players except for Peter. So he's going to be saving, just picking up a P250. Obviously,
out for that Hayes deagle.
Yeah, we're going to see if Hayes can pick up some 1-deags, as we've seen him do it on this map before. Peter getting the first frag. Hayes does get a frag onto Storm. It's not a headshot, but regardless, gets the job done. We do see Roka on very little HP, and the bomb the bomb physics, it flew over mid. Peter goes down, Cutler and Hayes left. Cutler, the man to watch as he's on the flank here, and he could make this round a victory for his team. Takes down Roka, and that was a key frag. Very lit was Roka, but now they know the location. Hayes needs to come back and help out here as Cutler gets rush. It's all up to XP3. They know he's in vents. He did collect the bomb, though. I didn't even realize that. He's got the bomb in his grasp. He's planning it for front sight. 2v1 XP3 versus Cutler and Hazed.
This is for eLevate. If XP3 can do this, both of the members of the CTs are coming from relatively the same position, and now XP3 has to peek 1 right now. No trades. There it is. He gets both of them. Oh my god, an eLevate. We got a match on our hands now. eLevate, if they not win that round, it would have been devastating. It's equally devastating for CLG now as they bought out that last round. Everybody was under $500 besides PTR and Hayes, and now you can see it with their money now. Hayes not even buying a deagle, and that says something.
It really does, considering he's a god with that weapon, but P250 instead. XP3, wow, just comes up huge for his team. We see Hayes peeks through mid-warehouse, does spot a player, and no damage actually exchanged. Some bullets, but no damage. Cutler, though, starts things off well, as he's going to get a frag onto Elige. Again, no armor in this round for the CTs, but that is a very nice early frag as Roka We'll pop open squeaky door. He just spot a couple players. Actually takes a bullet, so down to 77. Needs to be very careful here, as we can see many players on the CT side outside in A, but Cutler getting aggressive. He's hoping that he could grab that Galil, but Rush, he's going to say no to that.
Yeah, wishing and hoping, but no dice for Cutler. But you could just see from how hesitant eLevate is being and already down a member that really respect the eco game from the CTs. We've seen CLG do a lot of goofy stuff on their eco rounds that works out. But they still have 2 players inside the bomb site of Beast. This crossfire could be potent, but it is stifled with only losing 1 player. So it's looking like an eLevate round here. If this right, another trade on its way though, but no, Rush doesn't even go down. So nicely done by eLevate, losing minimal guns and putting the CTs in a position where it's an uncomfortable position to buy, because you want to be able to full buy and buy everything you want, but you can't lose any more rounds. So you have to make the choice. Do we sacrifice nades and guns, or do we lose another round as a result? But CT is going for the guns.
Going for the guns indeed. It's Peter with an AWP in hand, and actually Cutler and Tark working up mid-control very, very quickly here. Tark playing from the other side of smoke, Cutler inside of vents. So it's very important, mid-control, so crucial on this map. We saw how important when the one round where Cutler just bust through mid on the T side, and they just literally won the round through so many entrances into that B site, just so important. So right now the control for the CTs, Tarek again with Cutler working a nice crossfire here. Nothing from the T's as of yet. Elijah's boosted up, but he's hoping that there's going to be a boost from the other end. It's going to be a Molotov going into vents, but oh, he misses it. So if you get that right, you can actually force Cutler to drop into checkered. And that's what they wanted, but Peter getting the frag onto Elige, that is a great opening, as the bomb is still around mid, and there's only 45 seconds left on the clock here.
And they try to take into mid, but Tarek was trying to wait at middle with his push, but he goes down, and that leaves a huge opening for eLevate to take into B in this 1 versus 3. And oh my god, the only B player, Hayes, thinks it's going to be A, and this is a free bomb site for eLevate, but of course they do not know that. So they're wasting all these nades, they're giving away their position. When there's nobody inside the bomb site, they need to get this bomb down immediately. Suffer no losses. Hayes gets a trade there. That's kind of bad for eLevate, but still a 2 versus 3. They need to win this round. Peter, oh my god, gets both of them. Are you kidding? On that cross, onto Rush. I don't know if we got that, but if we did, I need a replay.
That was a great angle for Peter. I'm not going to lie, I've never seen someone boost up kind of on that ledge and watch the cross like that. That was a brilliant play by Peter.
I just learned something.
Yeah, that was very, very nice play from Peter, pulling that out of his sleeve, and that's going to be a round victory, 11-8. As we see, it's going to be an eco round for the T's. We got a Rec 9 train on the way, and it looks like it's destined for that A
His
site.
train's got no brakes.
It's got no brakes. You just got to destroy it, CLG. You just got to destroy it. So, we'll see if it happens. Here we go.
We got no rush, but finally they do take in. Tarek is going to wreck house. Oh my god, all 4. The ace gets denied by XP3, but the work has been done by Tarek. Already put in. And now XP3 only has a Tech 9 here. And this gun's got accuracy, but I don't know if it's got what it takes for this. PDR does take him down. And now CLG looking good here. Another tough decision from eLevate, whether they buy or not.
Yeah, it is a rough decision here, as they've got 3,300 on Elige, and he's going to grab Galil and
they waited
Storm
until
on the other
2
hand.
seconds to buy.
Yeah, so that's definitely some heavy discussion. Not really sure what they're prepping for this round, so we'll see what kind of execute they go for. It does look like it's going to be a B-side play, but how quick do they play it? How do they try and execute here is the question. Peter pushed up, and he is going to be peeking from checkered, hoping to grab a frag here, and oh, he might be able to get Roka, but Roka actually gets a frag onto Peter, and that opens things wide open here, as now they're going to be pushing their way over to the B site. Hayes goes down. They're going to get control of the site momentarily. Cutler gets one, though, through the smoke onto Storm. The 4v3, bomb being planted. This is going to be a difficult retake for CLG, but we've seen them do better before.
And it looks like they're going to go for this. They don't really have the money to do so, but they're the type of team foot on the throat. Let's end this right now. And they're going for it, and they're paying for it as 2 of them fall, and 1 of them breaks for it. So pretty much every angle shut down by the eLevate side on the retake. And CLG, 3 versus 4, even though they don't have the money, they're still the team that's going to go for it.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting round, as, like you were saying, they ended up going for it, and they paid for it. So now they're actually forcing. Interesting decision, as we've got 3 M4s on the board, but Tark stuck with
this could be
virtually
eLevate's
nothing.
way back in. I mean,
It could. Certainly could, as looks like they're just going to try and stop the momentum. CLG onto eLevate, but the problem is if you're not that well equipped and the momentum carries on, you get the frags in the rounds, it's actually definitely favoring eLevate here. So they are pushed up towards B. Liege watching the flank, and for good reason, as Tark is pushed all the way up here, and actually he was given an M4 from Hazed. Hazed taking a lot of damage, but pushing over towards B. They're going to find their way into Checkered. Peter landing some damage onto Liege and Roka already, and that's going to be Hazed going down, though, as they're trying to move into sight, but it's going to be Cutler still alive on site. Gets 1 FNS with 1 as well. It's going to be XP3 left, and Liege gets dropped. 4 players left alive, and that's why we see CLG do these force rounds. They're so capable of shutting things down.
yeah.
But it's just one mistake that means it all crumbles, but that round, it really comes together.
And I just can't say enough about what CLG did there. Like, when they lose a round that could potentially let eLevate back in, suffer massive monetary losses, and on their force buy, they go for a push. They push all the way through A. And eLevate, there's no way that they would do that when there's this much at stake. But CLG pushes all the way around and just potentially losing the game for themselves. But instead, they gain all the information necessary to stack the bomb site. But let's get into this round. It is going to be eLevate going with a full A take. Roka takes down his teammate, and Tarek onto XP3. Tarek is going huge yet again. Somebody's got to stop this man. Roka's the guy to do it, but he's all alone at this point, down to a 1 versus 3, and he's taken down through the door by Hazed. CLG in full control at this point.
Yeah, wow, Tarek played that smoke perfectly. He's right on the other side of A, and Tarek's the kind of guy that if he sees an opportunity to jump into a smoke that didn't land exactly the way they had hoped, he's just going to stay there and wait and then pop out, kind of like Snacks on VP. Very, very much utilizing the essence of surprise there. So actually pops out behind them, and Roka with a team kill. That's just not, you can't be doing at this stage of the game. You need every single player alive and well. So it is going to be an eco here for the eLevate lineup. This round would put CLG on match point, and Storm getting dropped early on, but Liege will boost up, thinking that he's safe, but Tarek will get him, but Roka fires back, gets a Deeg, and now it is going to be XP3 taken down by Hazed. It's all up to Rush and Roka, the 2 Rs, as they are going to be falling back, but the bomb actually, I didn't realize, is down at the B side. It was a fake, and it did not work out at all. Rush now in a 1v3. We'll see if he can make something happen here.
Yeah, he's got to do it for the frag movie at this point. You got to go ham to keep your team in it. He's going to get flanked. Just doesn't have it. And now, game point. CLG. I'm still reeling about the fact that they went for a push on the round that decided whether eLevate had a chance or not. They just put it all on the line right there.
As competitive mentality, a strong competitive mentality means that you take those calculated risks, whereas the lesser competitive mentality people, they're going to fall back because they're
probably
worried.
Consider it suicide.
Exactly. So definitely key play from them there.
Yeah, I just love it from CLG, and we've seen this from them so many times. Sometimes it doesn't work out, but a majority of the time it does. Just the amount of stakes you're risking by doing those kind of moves, really, other teams don't expect that you're going to do that. As eLevate on that round, I should not be going off on it this much, but they had nobody there. And it was a free flank, but let's get into the round that is going to decide. eLevate, are they on their way out? They're going for the mid boost, and it is going to be eventually a B split as the bomb is falling back as well. And the rotate is very far away at this point. All 3 members that are not in B are in the A-bomb site, so it's going to be a straight 5-on-2 coming in, 5-on-1 as Rush takes down Hazed. There's only 1 up inside the site. Cutler only gets 1, It looks like eLevate is going to live to fight another day at this point, as the CT is looking to save. I'm surprised CLG didn't go for it.
Yeah, that is usually CLG the type that would go for this play, but maybe being on match point, they don't have a ton of weapons. They want to just close it out in the next. I imagine that's the mentality here, but definitely a little bit uncharacteristic of them. Usually, even though it is a 3v4, usually they're kind of in that mindset where we're here to win. You said it best, foot on the throat mentality. They just want to make sure that they're just putting all that pressure on, even if it's maybe not the best calculated risk. We usually see it happen, but they're opting against it here. Peter wants to keep his Peter, and we're going to have Tarek with an AK-47 FNS with a rifle as well, and they will be able to re-equip those other two players. So full buy from the CT side as they want to close it out here, but eLevate showing they still have some life. Picking up that round, they're fighting for overtime, and overtime, unlike the MR3 we're used to, it could create another match here.
Definitely, and eLevate praise their terrorist side so much, and see if they can prove me right. But formidable is the CT side defense. So 5 rounds in a row, highly unlikely against a very hungry CLG team. They want to go Katowice. So, God, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to say that. How do you say it?
Katowice. That's how I go for it. Like this V in there, Katowice. I don't know. It's very odd, to be honest with you.
Nice to
Casting
meet
with Chewy. Yeah, that's pretty much, yeah.
I gotta hear how Chewy says it, but let's get into the final round, potentially, as eLevate already loses 1 frag, or 1 player towards the A-bomb site, and now looks like the CT side are slowly stacking towards B. Never mind, gonna bring it back to a 2-1-2. So eLevate now, do they go to the site where they've already lost a player, or do they try to fake it towards B? It looks like it's going to be a mini fake towards B, and then they're going to go for the trade onto A. If FNS plays this correctly, this is it. And it's CLG moving on and going to the ESL tournament. Here it comes, FNS going to put it away potentially. He can't get the frag, he gets the last one. It's going to be Eli's last guy. Eli's team kills his teammate, and FNS finishes him off the worst way to team kill. And it's going to be CLG who's moving on all the way through.
They make it happen here, as that is a huge victory. CLG, we saw them lose that first nuke map, and a little bit of worry, as you kind of expect that CLG is probably going to be the one getting out of those qualifiers, but eLevate showing that they definitely